What's up, guys? Welcome back to my second tier list for Decaying Winter. I played a lot of these perks because before I actually have not played all of the perks that I was rating, so now I have. And I also read comments and I've seen the capabilities. So let's start with Apostle. I'll put Apostle in S tier. This might be controversial because everyone who plays Apostle I've seen is pretty bad, but if you know how to play Apostle as a support perk, he's actually extremely good, especially for wave 10. Arbor, I'm gonna give him an S tier. I would give him an SS tier, but I don't know. Arbor is just he can just wipe out entire waves of enemies, and he saves so much ammo with this ability. If you have an Arbiter with a long shot, just let him go crazy. Okay, this is for the base mode, by the way. I'm gonna put Tierlist in B tier simply because he only strives if you have guns, and that's granted if you have guns. So a perk that basically only strives if you have a certain item instead of perks that strive all the time is automatically just not the best perk. But granted, if you do have guns, it's like a SS tier. If you have infinite guns, basically. Berserker S tier. Berserker's extremely good. Put in the right hands, he can solo like whole waves. Like wave 10, you pop a green stun, pop a blue, hell maybe a purple, maybe a chemo. Just boom, solo wave 10 on Yosef wave. Blitzer, man. Well, I'm putting him at A, but I'm putting him in B. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in B. A lot of people argue that Blitzer is good because he can wipe out an entire wave, but although this is true, that's just one wave. The longevity just isn't there for Blitzer. And I'm not even gonna talk about team killing. This isn't even like accounted into the tier. But a good Blitzer is very good. Also has some good synergy. So this is like, if there is like an A and B tier, I would definitely put it in between. But just because there's not, I'll put it in here. Crosslink A tier. It's just good stuns. You know, there's just not much to say here. Good stuns. Crosslink is a good support. Damned. Drifter. Drifter's a tough one between A and B. I'm gonna put Drifter at B just because I feel like it kind of falls off later on. Its explosive power isn't just very good with its being able to kill 4 people with its perk. A good Drifter is pretty helpful though, you know, killing enemies, but it's like just the skill cap on Drifters isn't there. Executioner, I feel like this one's like pretty solid for me. Like, I know it's a B. Executioner is good. It's a very good snowball perk. You can just keep getting you know, things and killing everything. The thing is just like you get unlucky, get hit once or whatever, and then boom, you're dead. It's a great perk if you have a ton of I forgot what it's called. We're just gonna call it like kills. If you have 30 kills on like the goggles or whatever. But like if you start off low or like your goggles break before like you need them, it's just not very good. Alright, this is not changing at all. Hive Mind's an SS. It's, I'd say, the second best perk in the game, if not arguably the first best perk. Its looting capabilities are insanely good. Its like beating the waves capability is extremely good too. A lot of people like to use direct, but that's not the play. Use direct in your looting, but use like disperse and divide combos during the phase. And if you tell your entire team like to stay on the left side and you just keep doing disperse and like divides, your team can play around your hive. And if your team knows what you're doing, you know what you're doing, this perk can just carry everything. Emulator, B tier. Emulator is it's good. I don't think it's anything crazy though. Solid though. That's all I have to really add. Lazarus. I'm gonna put in A and S. I think I gave Lazarus an S before, but I simply just don't agree with that anymore. A tier. It's because Lazarus is good, has like 0 explosive power. Support perk is great, but it's not insanely good. Like this is like a newbie saver right here, but it's not gonna like do all that much if you have like a good team. You're not adding too much to the team. That's what I'm trying to say. But the support is very good still. My flare. I'll give this a B. You know, my flare just is like, I don't know, a slightly worse Summoner, I'd say, and maybe a worse Apostle for its summons. It's still very solid though. especially if you know what you're doing combo, and if you can use like synergies. If you use synergies like Hive Mind, and I don't know if Crosslink works with taking down their HP to mind kill them, but this perk can be very good if you use synergies. um, Scanner, Scanner just simply is only loading. There's nothing really that good about it. I mean, the best part about it is it has some synergies. Like the best one would be with Vagabond. Scan enemies, Vagabond can one shot them. Like with the damage increase, or I don't know, the decrease in their health with the scan. It's helpful, alright. Don't get me wrong, it's very helpful, but that's literally all it has to it. It's nothing really too big, and I don't know. People are like, oh, can scan on the loot, bro. Just look at the loot, like. Risk Runner. I'll put Risk Runner A tier. I say this not just because of its minigun, but we'll go over that first. The minigun is very good for its explosive power, just mowing down entire waves, kind of like Blitzer. Except the thing is, Risk Runner also has, I would say, some better passive perks, and its minigun is also probably better than Blitzer, as you can aim it even if like they get past your bombs. You could say like you can still use it at any time you want. Also, I'd say probably slightly more explosive power, as you don't need to stack it. Less time consuming. But the thing is, the hipfire perk with Risk Runner is extremely good, because if you pair it with a hipfire trait, I think it's Lone Wolf. I think so. It actually makes like Blitzer have no recoil, basically, on hipfire, which is insanely good, especially for mag dumping bosses like Yosef. Okay, Summoner. A tier. Reason being, Summoner is just a great snowball perk too. You can just like curse all these guys and just get a huge army going, and it's insane distractions. The distractions are so underrated. People think of the damage. Distractions are insane. Buys your team so much time, and just makes you take all the scabs on one at a time. Especially if there's a firebomb, you know, just keep them all in the fire. So Summoner, just great perk, especially with ballistic knife, Ox. All right, so Ravis is C tier. Nothing to look at. There's not really many pros or cons. I mean, you have a backpack. That's nice. You're better off going there than any perk. Take Spider, I think. Take Spider's a B. You know, kind of like the same problem with like a couple other perks. It's just, it's good, but it's decent really. Its explosive power is what I'm trying to say. Is just like lacking compared to others like Risk Runner or maybe even Blitzer. You're better off just going another perk than Take Spider. Not the best. The trap thing is good though, I guess. Vagabond S tier, SS. Reason being, Vagabond is just, it's good on everything. It's the probably best perk in the game, I would say. And it's just because it has so much versatility. It's great in the waves. It's great looting. It's great at everything. It's just the only thing is I've been seeing like when I started playing the game, a lot of people are playing Vagabond. Not many people play Vagabond anymore. And most people who do play Vagabond, unfortunately, they're kind of bad. If you get used to Vagabond knowing the sword, just pick your fights right with Vagabond and you'll always keep your dog tags, unless you get unlucky with like a sniper. And it's super helpful for not just you but your entire team having that speed. You can loot so many things and do so many things out of this could. Also, Vagabond's probably the easiest to get a sledge queen kill, and it's very easy to learn how to get a sledge queen kill with Vagabond. So just that alone puts in the SS tier, but I'm not even counting that. Vagabond's great. Heal itself, it's just self-sufficient. The only thing is, probably shouldn't use your sword later on, like after wave 7, unless you're like a dodge god or like you're confident in yourself. Don't really do it. Zealot just, I'm sorry, Zealot, you're just so mid, bro. Like the shield is just, it's alright. It's nothing crazy. It's decent, you know, it's good, I guess. It's C tier. It's just not much power to it at all. It's good for holding the line back for one scav, and then all the other ones just break through the shield, I guess, or walk through it. It's good with synergy though, like Hive Mind, great synergy. But yeah, this is my finalized tier list. If there's anything I say that's not debatable, it's definitely Hive Mind. Hive Mind's SS tier. Just play Hive Mind right. It can solve like everything basically, and Arbiter. Arbiter is very good. Hell, I would say if there's like a tier between SS and S, I'd put Arbor in between. Arbor's very good. Anyways, that's my finalized tier list. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you disagree and why you disagree. I'd be happy to debate, my thoughts and your thoughts. Maybe you'll change my mind. All right, peace.